Hi guys, I am on the road, so I thought I'd go ahead and put out another video since I am busy lately, but this is like the perfect time. I made a video recently, I think it was about a week ago, about how I think men should take accountability for their actions whenever it comes to creating the manosphere. And the motive is usually, what's the word? Oh yeah, creating the manosphere. And a lot of the videos are, one second, how to sleep with a girl in 3 days. Or, like, put it this way, a lot of it is kind of like how to disrespect women. And then, a lot of the women that have been disrespected, by the way, they become bitter and jaded if they have been disrespected or cheated. Possibly they met a man that only wanted to, you know, take them out for 2 or 3 days and try to sleep with them only. They were taking advantage of, basically. So a lot of times when you get a woman like that, she's been taken advantage of, she ends up jaded. And she ends up being the woman that's not really marriage material, doesn't want marriage, hates all men, and the list goes on. I'm sure we all know someone like that. So, and then flip side, you'll have the men out there like, why can't we find good wives? Or why are these women behaving like men? Or why are these women so jaded? And so of course, that's why I said men should not try to take advantage of women, because you will get jaded women. You will get women that, you know, because they were hurt or taken advantage of at some point, they become not marriage material. If you follow, you follow, right? You follow. And so men have to take accountability of how they treat women so that women are not bitter afterwards, after being taken advantage of. And so I had a couple of people in the comments that said, yes, although that may be true and men should take accountability, also women, it's kind of women's fault too, because women choose wrong. They're always picking the wrong guy, or they always overlook the nice guy and choose the bad guy, so on and so forth. And so, although that may be true in some instances, there are some women who are choosing wrong men because of their traumas, right? They may have went through something, so they're picking the toxic men because they have gone through something in their lives, right? Okay. With that being said, whenever you're watching a video or you get some information, it is going to be in your best interest to worry about yourself, right? So whenever I made that video, it was something saying to men, listen, here is where you start. Take accountability for how you treat women. Look in the mirror and change a lot about you. And I'm saying this because in the dating atmosphere, we have a lot of people pointing the finger at each other. They'll see something like, oh, this is a video telling men to take accountability, and then the men are pointing the finger at the women. Then the women will see a video telling women how to take accountability, then the women will point their finger at the men. Like, what about them? If we want to make change in the relationship, in relationships, we have to stop pointing the finger and accept what's for you at that moment. Whenever you are taking your time to reflect on yourself and take accountability for something, do not worry about what someone else is doing, right? Don't do it. It's not worth it. And if you have encountered women in your life that were toxic, that says a lot about you, because you haven't done the work on yourself to attract a healthy woman. You have to do work on yourself to attract a healthy woman and not a toxic woman. If you're allowing someone in your life to stay and they're toxic, then you yourself may be toxic, because we only allow who we are. and we only attract who we are. If you take the time and work on yourself and take accountability for yourself and not point the finger, look in the mirror, work on yourself as a person, and don't worry about what someone else is doing, you will then become a healthier person, and you will attract a healthier mate, right? And that's what the manosphere doesn't understand. That's what other relationship, channels don't understand, because there's a lot of pointing fingers at each other. Women are like this. No. The women you attract are like this. Men are like this. No. The men that you attract are like that. It's actually very simple. Now, are we going to attract people that are healthy and not healthy? Yes. Are we going to allow people who are unhealthy in our lives for very long? Absolutely not. Because when you're a healthy person, you spot those red flags up front. I mean, you can basically spot them. When you work on yourself and take time to work on yourself and become healthy, and you will only allow healthy people into your life. As a woman, if you take the time of yourself and reflect on yourself and take accountability for your actions and stop worrying about everyone else, you will only encounter or allow healthy men into your life. You will not allow a toxic man into your life. So for the people who were saying, like in the comments, well, it's kind of women's fault too, because women are like this, or women are always doing that. No, the women you allow into your life are like that. That's why it's so important to possibly watch a video that, may allow you to understand things about yourself and not worry about someone else and what someone else is doing. Take that time to reflect and not deflect on other people. And also, I think that a lot of times people deflect on other people and point the fingers like, well, I know that I need to change, but they need to change too. It's because that's also an excuse not to work on themselves. Well, I shouldn't have to do it because they're not doing it. How old are we? Work on yourself. Don't worry about what other people are doing. Work on yourself. And when you are ready and you're healthy and you've worked on yourself, then other things will fall into place. And the people that you need in your life, a healthy woman, you will attract her. You guys will attract each other. Right? That's why it's such a waste of time to point the finger at the opposite sex. It's such a waste of time. Because if you guys are working on each other, you're only going to attract a healthy opposite sex. Right? It's that simple. Okay? So let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.